When President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appended his signature to Nigeria's most sweeping tax reform law in decades, it was more than just ink on paper. It was a combination of months of debate, pushback, and promises of a new fiscal future for Africa's largest economy. Backed by the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, led by tax expert Taiwo Oyedele, the bill aimed to simplify Nigeria's notoriously complex tax environment. It promised lower burdens for small businesses, progressive rates for individuals, and digitization for better compliance. Tinubu's government framed the law as pro-poor and pro-growth, a tool to ease doing businesses while ensuring fairness in contributions.
These reforms are not about raising more taxes. I think people get it wrong. A lot of people, including analysts and commentators, will say, oh, where are they going to get the more taxes from? Nigerians are poor. This is exactly trying to relieve people of the burden of taxes. These tax laws, they are now laws, are pro-poor in particular. More than 1/3 of workers in both the private and public sector will now be exempted completely from PAYE. They will not have to pay personal income tax. Small businesses, over 90% of small and micro nano businesses will no longer have to worry about paying corporate income tax or charging VAT or even deducting withholding tax or paying PAYE for their employees. What this means is that there will be more money in the hands of the ordinary Nigerian to take care of their daily needs.
Under the new law, small businesses with turnovers below 100 million naira are exempted from key taxes like corporate income tax and capital gains tax. The law also introduces a development levy of 4% on large corporations and raises the capital gains tax on companies from 10% to 30%. Personal income taxes now spare low earners below 800,000 naira annually, while those earning more shoulder greater responsibilities. VAT remains at 7.5%, but essential goods and services are zero rated.
Our here standing today is to tell the government what they are trying to do. The tax reform bill is just to scrap our education in northern region. That's why we are here, bleeding with the federal government. What they are trying to do, we are not with them, with full support. We are not with them.
When first proposed in late 2024, the draft bill sparked intense controversy. Labor unions, trade associations, and state governments raised alarms. Some fear that consolidating tax collection under the new, clearly Nigeria Revenue Services would erode state fiscal autonomy. Others argue that the introduction of new levies during a time of economic hardship amid fuel subsidy removal, high inflation, and a volatile naira would only deepen public suffering.
There will be federal land revenue before 2 hours. Today, by special grace of God, through the assent of Mr. President, we are now Nigeria Revenue Service, which is expanded scope to also focus on non-tax collection, increase efficiency, and actually merge as a source, as the implementer of all other major tax that we have.
Now passed, the law is set to take effect from January 1st, 2026, with a 6-month transition period for businesses and individuals to adapt. Implementation will be key. Digitization, education, and interagency coordination are vital for success, and the federal government knows it, yet skepticism lingers. Will the new Nigeria Revenue Service function with integrity? Will tax equity truly improve? And how will states respond to the federal grip on revenue? For President Tinubu, the tax reform is a legacy-defining moment. For citizens and businesses, it's a test of trust. And for Nigeria's future, it may well be the difference between fiscal suffocation and sustainable development.